Hello, friends. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if I'm a good volume. If I'm not, let me know and I can turn up my volume. But happy Wednesday, friends. How's it going? I'm trying to organize my iPad because I had to go running upstairs to grab it. But hello, friends. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Oh, what a chaotic evening. It's been a very busy day, and I indeed am running late, so apologies. I had to run everywhere around my house. I had to quickly set this up. I learned the solo rules quickly before this. Holy manoli. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully you guys are all having a good week so far. Lurking while I play some Hadrian's Wall. Unsure how well the internet at my mom's place will handle stream, but I'm here how I can be. Sounds good, Jacob. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hopefully you're having fun playing Hadrian's Wall. Nova, interested to see how the game plays. I'm very excited to show you guys how this one plays because this has been one of my favorite games recently. I've been loving it. I've played this one solo and like it, so I'm happy to see Jenna play it. Heck yes! I'm very excited. I've only played it multiplayer. I've played it multiplayer, I think, 3 or 4 times now, and I've been loving it. Hi folks, I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays. I can't stay too long, but we'll catch up later. Sounds good, Jade. Thank you so much for joining. Hello? Question mark. Sorry I'm late. Can you guys see what I'm sharing? We can. We can see. Def can hear. Sounds good. Yay. Volume is good. Can hear. All right. Thank you guys so much. Also, Belle. Hello. I can hear. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So today I'm playing Kingdom Crossing, which I picked this one up for myself a while ago. I played it for the first time multiplayer. My friend Steph had a copy and fell in love with it the moment we played it for the first time, and I've been wanting to play it solo ever since. The copy that I have is it says the English International version. I don't really know what that means, but I do believe that this is becoming more available in the US and Canada, North America in general, by Pandasaurus Games. So Pandasaurus Games, I think, has picked this up, and they're doing like more distribution here in North America. So yeah, keep an eye out for it. I do believe that they are releasing it very soon, if not already. I actually did get this from my friendly local like online game store, Board Game Bliss. So they did have copies of it before Pandasaurus picked it up, but I guess it was like more so not as available as it will be. So anyways, yeah, I'm very excited to play this one. I will show you guys. I am trying like a slightly different, hello, that's not the right button. I'm trying a different, not a different camera, but basically I was told by the wonderful Natalie, Board Gamer Girl, which literally just as I was talking about you, Natalie, you popped up in chat. Hello, Natalie. Welcome. But Natalie actually asked on like a Facebook group or something about how to make a like top-down camera look better. And apparently you're not supposed to really zoom in, and more so do the zooming in on the software as opposed to doing the zooming in on the camera. So that's what I've done. I am completely zoomed out on this top camera, and I have zoomed in on my software. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, let me know if the top-down camera is crisper than it was before. I'd love to know. Like, these are all of the other, like, I feel like it looks pretty good from where I'm sitting. We've got a bunch of different angles here. We got my opponent's board. We got my board. Look at how good I did with the... Oh, wow. That looks great. Sorry, I'm just going back and forth between those two because the boards are in the exact same spot in like the screen. It looks so good. And then we just have this one randomly for objectives. Anyways, I'm just yapping about technology. We are going to get right into this because I feel like this game might be a little bit of a longer game than the last few streams. So I'm going to try to do it quicker and not get overly like AP about everything. I have played this multiple times multiplayer, so I know generally how the game is played. The AI is very simple. You are just on their turn flipping over 2 of their tiles, and then those tiles will tell you what cards they're going to take. If they take the Queen's card, which I'll flip that over, or if they rest, which when they rest, they just don't do anything, which is great. Heard my name. Also, what did you say before, Natalie? Oh my god. Scared the poop out of me because I was watching the Jays game and then heard your voice out of nowhere, but forgot I was waiting for the stream in the background. I love this game. Sorry for scaring you, Natalie. Just me popping up saying, hey friends. Terrifying. Anyways, yeah, I'm happy that you like this game. Maybe you can pick it up for solo because I am very excited about solo personally. Just do like an hour of hitting buttons back and forth, lol. I would love to do that. Victoria, welcome to the stream. How are you? I just got to take a seat in the mall today. Nice. I want to play that one again. That was fun. Board Game James, hello. Welcome to the stream. How are you? You could up the focus a bit. I don't freaking know how to do that. You guys might think I'm good at technology, but I just figure something out and I stick to it. I don't like changing things. But yeah, I don't know how to... I just have it on autofocus. I feel like it's pretty good focus. I don't do that manual stuff. That's too much for me. Cosmic Beat, hello, welcome to the stream. Also, Svenster, thank you so much. I'm going to take a drink. Yum. Everyone, take a drink. I actually desperately needed that. I am very dehydrated. And Frosted Blooms is on the way. Yes, Victoria's getting all the good games. Yeah, I actually really liked Frosted Blooms solo. As much as in my Solo Sunday video, I felt like I was pretty nitpicky when it came to like, oh, you don't really have a lot of control and like sometimes the AI is bad and sometimes the AI is good. But honestly, just overall, the game is very fun. But yeah, I really liked it. Focus, people asking for miracles in the other chat. Well, Board Game James also live streams board games. And I believe that he's done a lot of research on like camera stuff. And his streams look fantastic. And do mine look as fantastic? Not sure, but that's okay. We're having fun. I am enjoying Frosted Blooms on BGA. Nice. I'm great at focus. That's why I'm totally not writing part of my dissertation chapter right now. What the heck is... I don't even know what that word is. Dissertation chapter. I don't know what dissertation is. Someone tell me in chat what's dissertation. All right. So the first thing that I am going to do is we are going to flip over these two here. I'm going to zoom you guys in here. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is the AI is going to be the first player in the first round. If the AI takes the Queen card before I do, they are then going to be first player in subsequent rounds. If I take the Queen's card before they do, I'm going to be first player in the next round. But as of right now, the AI starts as the first player. And so I get to choose one of these two kind of starting setups before they do. So we have this one here, which this kind of shows you the money you'll gain at the beginning of the round. Also some like resources that you're going to gain, as well as where your house is going to start. And then it also gains you a objective that you start the game off with. So this one here, I'll start with 30 money. This one 34. This one gets me an income and a mushroom. I think ultimately I would love to do this one, because one thing in this game is you can upgrade your tiles. And whenever you see this icon here, you're going to be able to upgrade these tiles to a stronger side. And I really don't focus a ton on that, and I really want to. So I think I'm going to take this objective and this card so that it forces me to focus on that objective. So this here will tell me the different things that I start with. I'm going to start with 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to start with 34 money. I will get 1 mushroom, and I will gain 1 income. And then my first house is going to start on the yellow bird. So let me zoom you guys out. So I'm going to start on yellow bird. Wherever my house starts, my beaver also starts. And then, like I said, I gain 1 income, which whenever you see this icon here, it's like a coin with a plus, that's income. And whenever you see this icon, you can either move up on this income track, or you can go all the way back to the start and get the income. So I could, let's say I was here and I got this plus income. I could either move up 1 space, or I could cash in, get 15 money, and go all the way back to the start. So that's generally how the income track works. At the end of the game, you're also going to get victory points based off of where you end on this income track. So that is everything for me. Got my income, got my mushroom, got my money, got my house, my beginning, and then I'm going to place this here. All right, and then the AI gets this here. They are going to get this objective. I don't believe they gain anything here. Let me double check if they gain the stuff on here. Doodly doodly doo. Okay, so they don't take anything from the card. They just place their house, their first house, on that corresponding region. So they are going to take or place their house on the red, which is here, which actually I might lay down my houses and stuff just so you guys can see them better on the board. And then I do believe they do not gain anything for this. So I think that just gets tucked in. All right, so shall we get started with generally how this game is played? Let me quickly catch up on chat. Hi all, I've been interested in this game for some time. Looking forward to the playthrough. Hello James, welcome, welcome. Excited to share it with you. Dissertation is basically the big book length paper I'm writing to finish my PhD. Oh my gosh. Well, good luck, Jacob. Do all the focusing you need to do. A big paper for grad school PhD. Okay. I'm tempted by Frosted Blooms, but I might wait to see what Perennials from Flat Out is like. Ooh, yeah. Jade, I am actually doing some content on Perennials, and I'm very excited. I did just pick up the new Sagrada, and it's a wonderful world along with the expansions. Yeah, I actually really like the new version. And just like it brought back the love of Sagrada for me. Evening, gents. Hello, hello, Brian. How are you? That's your PhD paper. I went to school for it and write broadcast software as my job. LOL. Okay, that makes sense, James. And then hello, also James has moved over to YouTube. Welcome to YouTube, James. All right, so basically in I always want to call it Meeple Crossing. It's definitely not Meeple Crossing. In Kingdom Crossing, we basically have this main board where it is based off of, I forget what they call it. It's like based off of the 7 bridge thing, where basically you cannot cross over 7 bridges only once each without getting stuck. So we have these 7 bridges, and basically the queen is trying to, I think thematically the queen is trying to build an 8th bridge so that that no longer happens where you get stuck. Rolling Reggie, hello, how are you? How's it going? Happy Wednesday. So you are trying to gain the most victory points and help the queen build this 8th bridge. I think that's thematically what you're doing. But on your turn, what's going to be happening, I'm going to kind of explain the solo as it happens. It's very simple, but I will explain like the base game of it now. Basically what you're going to do on your turn is you're going to use one of your 6 tiles here. You're going to move it over to the right side when you use it. You're going to be doing this 4 times. Basically, I'm explaining this like inner phase. You have morning, which you're going to do some income, which technically right now we don't really have any income. The only income we have is this one like starting building here or starting structure. So I do actually gain a second income or second, what is this? I guess it's called income. Second income bump, which I could have moved it all the way to the bottom and gained 3 coins, but that would be not smart. So I'm just going to bump it up once for my income. And then when you go into the day phase, this is the main phase, you're going to, on your turn, move over one of your 6 tiles. If it has an additional thing on it, like this one, this has a 1 paw and then a victory point, you would gain whatever is on here. So I would gain 1 victory point for this. You also have this one here that gives you 2 coins. This one here, you can spend 4 coins to gain one of the 4 resources. And then the ones that just have paws, that is going to be your main action, which this one I'd move over and I would use 3 paws to move across 3 bridges and end in one or on one of these mountains, or not mountains, on one of these islands. Oh, we're moving to mountains, guys. You prefer Twitch or YouTube? Goddamn, that's a great question. I honestly just stream on both, and it's really just so that people can watch on whatever platform they prefer. For me, it's kind of just streaming, so I don't really prefer either or. Obviously, I make videos on YouTube, so it's a lot easier to have everything on YouTube, but Twitch is also awesome. Okay, so what I would do here is I would have 3 paws to be able to move between 3 bridges and end on 1 island. So I could go 1, move over this bridge, 2, move over this bridge, and then 3, move over this bridge and end over here. And then I would take one of the cards there. That's kind of generally what you're going to be doing on your turn. That card is then going to give you something. All of these cards are going to have different things, resources. Some of them are structures, which will give you income. Some of them get you coins. Some of them give you these tiles as well. But once you have gotten what is on the card, you are then going to slot that card above your board here. And that is very important because we have 5 different kind of types of cards. Each of them have a different flag. So you have the foxes, owls, bears, boars, and deer. And for every 2 of these types of cards that you have, that is going to be additional income. So for every 2 fox cards that I have here, I'm going to have an income of 2 victory points at the beginning of every round. For every 2 owls, I'll have a income of one of the income bumps. I'll have for 2 bears an income of triggering one of my structures for more income. 2 boars is I'll have an income of being able to upgrade one of my tiles. And then for every 2 deers, I get one of any of the 4 resources that I would like. So those are kind of why you want to collect the different cards. Once you have a set of all 5, you're going to be able to place out another one of your houses. And then once you have 2 sets of each of the cards, you get to place out your second house. And then you get another objective, which I don't know if you guys can see that little icon there, but that is the objectives. And that is these guys up here, which are just going to be personal objectives that you're going to score at the end of the game. So yes, you're going to be doing that 4 times. You're going to be moving a tile over. You're going to be doing that action, getting a card, and then placing it into one of these 5 spots. Whenever you gain resources, they're on these 4 resource tracks. The interesting thing about this game is that you don't use resources. The resources are going to be a multiplier for that corresponding card, which is so cool. So the yellow resource, or the wood, corresponds with the foxes, stone with the owls. I believe this is sap with the bears, and then food, or the mushroom, with the boar. The the deer don't correspond with any resource. But basically, you're also going to be able to see these places here. We have like empty spots for tiles, which are these tiles. You're going to be able to gain these throughout the game. And you are wanting to do this because at the end of the game, this is the most interesting part of the game. At the end of the game, you are going to multiply each of your cards with how many stars, so the stars on these tiles, you have passed with the corresponding resource. So if I had, let's say, 5 purple cards, and with my purple resource, aka the stone, I was past 1, let's say 2 stars. So let's say I had this tile here as well. So I was passed with the purple resource 2 stars. It would be 2 stars times my 5 purple cards. So I would gain 10 victory points for my purple cards. That's like the one part of the game that I feel like kind of confuses people a bit. But once you have played the game a few times, it's like very simple. It's just like a multiplier. So if you notice that you're gaining or collecting a certain color of card, you kind of want to get stars and also bump up your resource of that coordinating color quite a bit so that you can maximize the multiplier. And then also you have your structure cards. Structure cards work a little bit differently, where the multiplier for the structure cards are your lowest resource. You guys will see that we have the 2, the 3, and the 5. So wherever your lowest resource is, that's going to be how many victory points each of your structure cards are going to be at the end of the game. So if my lowest resource is in this 3 area, each of my structure cards are going to be worth 3 victory points. If I can manage to get up to the 5 area for my lowest resource, I'll be able to get 5 victory points for each of my structure cards. So that is pretty much everything here. We also have these. These are for like a race of the objectives up here, which I actually can zoom you guys in here. So you have these bridge objectives, which these are a race. So if you're the first person to get there, you get the highest victory point. In a 2-player game, like we're playing right now, it's going to be the leftmost spot and then the 3rd spot. This second spot is kind of ignored in the 2-player game. So if you get 2nd place, you'll get the 3rd spot, not the 2nd spot. So this will be the first person to get out all 3 of their houses, get 7 birds, which I'll explain in a second. This one here is interesting. You can claim this objective by simply just giving up your income. So basically you can just move all the way down to the start of the income track. You won't gain the money, but you will achieve this objective. Hopefully that makes sense. This one here is have 5 sap and 3 wood. This one is have 5 stone and 7 mushroom. And this one here is having 4 beaver statues and 2 flower tiles on your board. So those are the objectives. You can achieve those at the end of your turn, or you get an opportunity at the end of a round to also do it. But you have those there. Once you have achieved 2 objectives in the same row, you'll also gain one of these personal objectives, which is really nice. And yeah, I think that's everything there. The only other thing is the queen card. So on your turn, you can decide to use the queen card tile. You'd move that over. You would gain the queen card. If the queen card is already taken, you can't do this action. But you take the queen card. She then allows you to become first player in the next round. She gets you some sort of reward, and then it also gets slotted in just like any of the other cards. So that's a good way to get the first player token for the next round. And then lastly, just down here, we have endgame scoring. So you're going to gain for wherever you are on the income track. You can spend money to go up it at the end of the game, any leftover money you had. The multiplier for your card and the resource tracks. Any victory points for your... Oh, this is the multiplier for your structures. And then also any victory points for your personal objectives. These here, you gain the victory points as you get them. So it's an in-game victory points. And I think that's everything. I don't know what this is here. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know what that is. I've never actually realized that until now. I don't know what that is. All right. So that is the gist of it. I am going to put out some birds. That's the first thing that happens in the morning. Is it in the morning? I think. There's a few other like small things that I'll kind of just mention if they come up. But like we also have a hot air balloon that you can pay to like bring you somewhere, which is nice. Yeah, so it happens during the income. Got it. So the first thing that's going to happen during income is we are going to gain income. I have already gained my bump here for my structure. If I had 2 of things up here, I would gain income for that. But then the birds do arrive, and I forgot to check how many birds come out during the birds' arrival. I feel like whenever I play this, I never am the one to put out the birds. Income. For each region, return to the box the birds from the previous round, still on cards if any. Then place 1 bird face up on each card. 2 to 3 player games only. Some bird tokens have a 3 or 4 symbol at the bottom. If this number is higher than the number of players in the game, discard the token. This means some character or structured cards. Okay, gotcha. I do remember that. So birds arrive. So we're going to flip over these tokens. That's a 4. And this one doesn't have anything. So this one gets discarded. For there, we have these 3 here. That's a 3. That's nothing. And that's nothing. So this one gets discarded. Boom, that's a 4. That'll get discarded. That's good. And then we have this. That's a 4. That's a 3. And that's a 4. Oh, great. So there's no bird tokens over there. So those are just going to be moved. And the queen will awake, but I've already awakened her too early. Hello from Kavre community. Spades, hello. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Anybody in the Kavre community is welcome in the Board Game Garden community because Tyler and Ilya are the most wonderful. Hey, yo, how's it going? Zyphir, it's going good. How are you? Just about to start playing Kingdom Crossing, which I'm very excited about. So, like I said, AI is going to be the first player for this round. I will zoom you guys in so you can see. So we are going to flip over one tile at a time. On their turn, they are going to flip over 2 tiles. They are sometimes just going to take cards. So this one here is going to be the leftmost in this area here, which is the green. So you're going to look, it's going to be the green bird area, and they're going to take this leftmost card. They immediately take this card and they get 1 resource of the coordinating color. So they are going to gain 1 mushroom. And then they are going to slip that right into here. And then they're going to flip over a second. It's going to be the blue. And they are going to take the rightmost. They do just discard or take the birds. The birds don't give them anything. They're going to take this card. It's going to be a purple. So they're going to move up once on this purple track. And then that's going to get placed in there. So that's the AI's turn. Very simple. You just flip over 2 tiles, do whatever the tile says, and then it's on to your turn. Hawaii has mountains. Yeah. It also has a volcano, right? Multiple volcanoes? Hello, not a man in black. Welcome to the stream. Okay, now it is my turn. I do start where my house is. And we are going to decide what we want to do here. So, I have a fox. I could try to get another fox. I will mention that some of these cards you do have to pay for. So if there's ever a payment, the AI doesn't have to pay them, but I do. And let's see. Do I just want to like gain a bunch of money? I could just go and grab that. I do like to get the birds, but it's not like super necessary. I'm going to do this, which is going to be 1 paw. And I do immediately gain 2 coins. I'm going to go over this bridge here to here. I'm going to grab this card, which is going to cost me 8. This is going to get me 2 wood. So I'm going to move up 2 wood on the track. And then this is going to slide into here. So that's everything for my turn. We're then going to go back to the AI. We're going to flip over 2 of their cards. They're going to take red. So red, and they're going to take this one here. Immediately going to get 1 wood. And then that's going to be slotted in there. Flip over another one. Green, rightmost. So this one here. Don't love that they're getting the bird tokens. And also they almost have a set of all 5. The blue, so then they move forward 1 blue. Boom. Done. Simple. Was that 2 already? Yes. I will mention that there is like some difficulty to the AI. Like there are 4 different difficulties. There is beginner, intermediate, advanced, and expert. And the difficulty depends on how many rest tiles are in this pile here, which the rest tiles just, they don't do anything. So I am playing on intermediate, and so I put 2 rest tiles in here. If you are playing on beginner, you'd place 3 rest tiles into here. If you play advanced, you add 1, and then if you play expert, you don't add any rest things in here. So, yes. That's them. It is now back to me. I would love to try to get some other colors. I could go over here and get this purple one. What does that icon mean? Do I gain? Take a bird from any card on the main board and trigger its effect. Okay. That would be nice, because then I could take one of these two tokens down here. So maybe I'll do that. I'll move one. I'm going to do this one, which I gain 1 victory point immediately. And then I am going to move once across this bridge. I'm going to take this card here, which immediately allows me to take 1 bird token from the board. I'm going to take this stone here. So I'm going to gain 1 stone. That's going to just be placed off to the side. This gets tucked. I do have to spend 6 coins for that. And then that is me. That's a really nice card. If you guys can see that, it's 3 income bumps. I'm playing Aqua Solo as I watch as part of the monthly BG Garden Solo Challenge. Heck to the yes. Does the game end when the tiles are gone? Do you mean cards, Zypher? Because neither of those are correct. The game is going to end after 4 rounds. So each round, I'm going to be able to play 4 tiles. And then that'll be the end of the round. The AI, I think, like, eventually we're just going to have to reshuffle their tiles. And I do believe that there's only 1 of, like, each card position in their stack. So, like, I know that, like, this position, the rightmost of the green bird, is not going to be taken again. So I know that, like, this card they're not going to take, if that makes sense. Oh, the AI tiles. Gotcha. Oh, okay, that's cool. I love Earth, but I hate that the solo AI forces you to move very fast. Yeah, so I still get the same amount of turns, and I, like, for the solo mode, you are pretty much playing this identically to how you would the multiplayer. Even, like, with, on my turn now, like, I might potentially want to take the queen card because the AI, one of their tiles is them taking the queen card. So they could take it before me. And I would love to be first player next round. So that actually could be a good idea. So it is my turn. Is it my turn? The AI went first. Oh, no, it's not my turn. The AI went, and then I went. AI went, I went. So it is now the AI's turn. So they could potentially right now take the queen card, and that would make them first player next round. Which also, speaking of, the balloon starts where the first player starts. So it is there. And basically how the balloon works is if you are in the same space or on the same island as the balloon, you can spend 3 coins for the balloon to just take your beaver to anywhere. So that would be really helpful if these 2 bridges I already went over, because you're only able to go over a bridge once. Once it has a paw print on it, you're no longer allowed to go over that bridge. So if I was stuck on this island and I couldn't go over any of my bridges, I could pay 3 coins in order to have the balloon take me somewhere else so that I could then move and not be stuck. If the balloon is somewhere else, you have to spend 10 not victory points. You have to spend 10 coins to move the balloon to where you are to then have it pick you up and go somewhere else. I really need you to private message me so I don't miss your live streams. Stacy, hello, how are you? I'm heading off. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Bye, Jade. Thank you so much for hanging out for a bit. Hopefully the teach, gave you a good feel of how the game plays. And yeah, you can watch it after if you would like to see more of the gameplay. But have a good rest of your day / night. I love this game. Jenna would always like to take the queen card, in my opinion. I love taking the queen card. I think when we played, Stacy, I was the one to take the queen card almost every single round. All right, so yeah, that was the balloon. I just quickly wanted to mention that. But the AI is now going to take the rightmost yellow. So they're going to take this one here. They're immediately going to gain one of the blue resource. And then they are going to tuck here. My only issue with this game is just the movement of the board. And like whenever you have to tuck a card, the like entire board moves and it hurts me. And then, oh, thank goodness, the AI takes the rightmost red. Oh, of course they're going to take the card that I pointed out was good. Whenever they take one of these deer, obviously the deer is not connected with a resource, but they are going to take the least resource that they have. So as of right now, the least they have is wood, stone, and food. And it just starts from the top for priority. So they're going to gain 1 wood. And then this is going to be tucked here. And they are going to add one of their houses, which I don't think it matters where their house goes. So I think it just says to add their house to an island that they don't have a house on already. So I'm just going to add it there. But this will mean that they are going to, once they place out their second house, they're going to gain one of these objectives. They simply just take the topmost objective, so we'll see. Every single round. Oopsie. Gotta be careful, Jenna. The AI is always listening. Well, good thing they weren't listening then, because they didn't take the queen card. And I do think I am going to take the opportunity right now with my next turn to take the queen card. So we are going to take this queen card. I immediately gain 5 money. And then I am going to put this here. So I now have 2 owl cards, which means that this now gives me some income, which is nice. Okay. That's everything there. That does not get flipped over, but I do take the queen because I am going to be first player next round. And then the AI goes again. They're going to take the leftmost yellow card. So they're going to take this one here, which is a structure. I forget what they do when they take a structure card. Please hold. I think it says on the other side. When tucking a structure card at the bottom, nothing else happens. You get nothing. So that's just going to tuck at the bottom of their board, but nothing else happens. And then they're going to take the middle red card. So they're going to take this one. And that is another structure. So they're not going to get anything for that structure. But I do believe that they're going to gain 4 structures just like I would. Their lowest resource times how many structures they have. So that's everything for them. And then it is now my last turn. And I'm going to be moving and gaining. So what do I want to gain? It's a great question. I think actually this would be a really good one for me to get. Because this would get me a bird token. It would get me a wood. It would also get me a sap. And it would get me 1 of the boars. So I would just need a deer to finish a full row. So I could do my 2, which I am going to do that. I'm going to do my 2. So I'm going to use 2 paw prints. I will mention that if you are able to use 6 of your paw prints, you gain 3 victory points. And if you're able to use 7 of your paw prints, meaning you would have had to use the hot air balloon, because you can't use all 7 of your paw prints without getting stuck. But you would gain the 3 victory points, and then you would gain the 4 victory points for using your 6th and 7th paw print. But unfortunately, I've only used 4 this round, which is not great. But I'm going to use here. I'm going to go over this bridge, and then I will go over this bridge, and I will gain this middle one here. It's going to immediately gain me 1 wood for that bird. It's another yellow bird. So maybe I want to try to get the objective that is the yellow birds. I gain 1 sap. And then I do have to pay 5 money. And then this is going to tuck here. Boom. All right. That's everything for my turn. And I do believe that that is everything for the round, because the AI has taken 1, 2, 3, 4 turns because they were first. And then I have taken my 4 turns. We're going to move on to the night phase, which I just happened to do this without knowing. But basically in the night phase, if you as the player ended on the same island as your house, which I indeed have done without even thinking about it, you gain 1 of your incomes. So you can choose whatever one of your incomes you would like. You could choose 1 of your incomes here, or you could choose 1 of your structures. Both of mine are the same. It's either 2 of the owls give me a income bump income, or my structure gives me the same thing. So I am simply just going to choose 1 of those. Rule number 1, never say what card you want, because the AI will take it. The AI is always listening. Hi Jenna in chat. Happy to chat live. Hello Hazel. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. Hello everyone. What are you playing today? Or what are we playing today? Hugo, welcome to the stream. We are currently playing Kingdom Crossing. Very fun game. Definitely recommend. I absolutely love it. There's a hair underneath this box. Oh, there's a hair stuck in this box. That's nice. We love to see that. Okay. So that is everything for the night phase. I've gained my income. I don't believe the AI gets anything. Evening phase, nothing happens. Also, the AI, its name is Paco and Paca. Paco and Paca. That is who we are going against. All right. You know what I just realized? This objective here. Gotcha. You have to move down 4 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. I wouldn't be able to do it yet because I wouldn't be able to 1, 2, 3. I wouldn't be able to move down 4 spaces for that. But also, I don't think I have any of these objectives as of yet. So nothing happens there. The AI, you don't really have to pay attention to if the AI has the objectives or not. The AI are going to, or is going to be able to gain these objectives, but you only check when you are going for the objective. So if I say, oh, I have this objective here, you have to first check to see if Paca and Paca have the objective. If they already have it, then they would win first, and then you would go second. It's a good way to not have to pay attention constantly to what they have and if they have an objective. You simply just check when you are going to achieve the objective. All right. So the only other thing we have to do is we have to do a little bit of cleanup, which is all of your tiles are going to go back over to the left. Put those back over here. We're going to take back all of our paws. Put those back in the spots. Your beaver stays where it is. Everything else stays where it is. I am now first player, and we're going to start the morning phase. So I'm going to do income, which you go along the top here. You see if you have any doubles, which we don't have 2 of the fox. We do have 2 of the owl, so I am going to bump this up once. We don't have 2 of those, don't have 2 of those, don't have 2 of those. Then we get our structures, which I get another bump up on here. I think I'm going to do 1 more bump. I still have 22 coins, so I'm doing okay when it comes to money. So I'm just going to bump it up 1 more time. Those are the income for me. AI does not gain income. The birds are going to arrive. So any leftover bird tokens, we do not have any. New bird tokens are going to come out. Both of those are good. This one has a 4, this one has a 3, so those are discarded. That one has a 3, this one has a 4. Those are both discarded. Boom, boom, and boom. This one has a 4, that one's discarded, and these 2 are placed. All right, that is everything for the birds arriving. The queen awakes. She is now going to give us a deer banner and 3 victory points. Pretty good. All right, so I am first player this round, and I need to decide what I want to do. Do I just want to immediately gain the queen card? Because I know the AI still has these in here. I actually should check to see if, does the AI reshuffle their cards? Or their tiles? Doesn't really say. Oh, yeah, we reshuffle. We reshuffle in the morning phase. Okay, good to know. Yes, you do. Thanks, Stacy. Stacy, did you... Oh, yeah, I think you did buy this game, didn't you, Stacy? Did you order it and did you get it already? And have you played it solo? It does seem like, or sound like you have, so that makes me happy. All right, so the AI's tiles do reshuffle. So we have those there, and it is me first. I will mention that at any time, if you don't want to take the action on the tile and you're really desperate for money, you can actually use a tile. Oh my gosh. You can use a tile in order to just gain money. So there's like a kind of like a rest phase thing right here. So this is kind of like taking a rest turn. Instead of doing the action on the tile, you just get the money on the tile. So like using the queen card tile would gain you 8 coins. Good Lord. But I do think I'm going to use the queen card, and I'm going to take this immediately. I can't let the AI have it, or Paco and Paca. I get 1, 2, 3 victory points, and then this gets tucked here. That means that I will be first player again next round. And I do actually have 1 of each of the 5 different colors of cards. So I am going to be able to place out my second hut. And I'm going to place it up here in this, on this island here. I'll place it there so it's not in the way of the bridge. It just hit pre-order, so no, not yet. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if maybe you found it on like another website or something. But yeah, I think Pandasaurus like just had it go up on pre-order. I do want it now, though. I got Wondrous Creatures in the meantime. Yes. Oh, such a fantastic game. All right. So that is everything for my turn. I got the Queen card, and it is now the AI's turn. They are going to... Oh, crap. You didn't see anything. They are going to take the yellow rightmost. So they're going to take this one here. They are going to gain 1 stone whenever they... Oopsie. Whenever they pass these tiles on the track, they immediately gain that tile. So he passed, or Paco and Paca passed this tile here, so they're going to gain that. So that means as of right now, each of their owl cards are worth 1 victory point, and they have 3 owl cards, which this hurts me so bad. Oh God. Oh God. All of the cards are crooked. Oh, good Lord. I'm not sure if Pandasaurus is like changing anything about the production, but that's one thing. I'm like, please make the like double layered board so that you can like tuck the cards without it moving the board, because that hurts so bad. Okay, so that was their first. They got their stone. And then they are taking a rest action. Woo! So they don't do anything. I can't let the AI get the Queen card, or anyone else for that matter. Heck no. Heck no. No one's getting it. All right. Next up, I should probably try to get another red card, because for every 2 red cards, an income is that you can upgrade one of your tiles, which is very helpful. This one's kind of nice. I would gain a stone, and then I would gain 3 different resources. So I could bump up everything. That would be really nice. But I also have to pay 12 coins for that. So I would have 10 coins left. But I'm pretty high up on this income track. Which you guys can probably already see, the AI doesn't gain any income or do anything there, which is nice. I have not used anything. So like the other 2 red cards here, you basically gain one of these flower or beaver tiles for every 3 paws that you have out. And I'd also have to pay 10 coins. So I would have to use this tile to get 3 paws out, and that would gain me 1 of that like tile. Which like the tiles are important because that's the only way to get victory points, but I think I am going to go 2. We're going to take 2 paws. We're going to go 1 and 2. Boom, boom. And I am going to take this red card here. So immediately I gain 1 stone. That flips over. And then I have to pay 12 money. And then I get 3 different resources. So I'm going to, I think, just gain 1 sap, 1 food, 1 stone. Just so I can keep everything kind of in the same area. And then we are going to tuck our second red card. Boom. Okay. That's everything for me. Back to the AI. Boom. They would take the Queen's card, but I've already taken it, so that does not happen. And then they are going to move the balloon. So the balloon is going to go red to blue. So the balloon's going to move to that island there. that's everything for that tile. And then they are going to take the rightmost green card. So they're going to take this one here. They're going to gain another bird. They're going to gain another purple. So they're going to move up the purple track again. They're going to tuck another purple card. That's wild. They're taking a purple strat. Hello, Texie. Welcome to the stream. Also, Kim. Hello, how are you? How's it going? All right, my third turn. I would love to get myself another deer, bear, or fox. Deer, bear, or fox. Where am I? I am here. I can only move 1 or 3. Pause. I would love to, for this one, move 1, and then the other one, move 3. Or I guess I could do it the opposite way. But basically, I'm just trying to have 6 paws out and land in one of these 2 spaces. Because it would be really nice to be able to get one of these 2 icons, and I would get 2 of them. So I would be able to take one of these 2 tiles. See how these ones have like 2 flower icons or 2 beaver statue icons? You can take these if you get multiple of these icons. So this would be 1 beaver icon for every 3 paws. So if I had 6 paws out, I would get 2 beaver icons. So I could take the 2 beaver icon tile, or I could also take 2 single beaver icon tiles. Hopefully that makes sense. But what, again, do I want to do here? So as of right now, I have the most of purple and red. I would love maybe to get this one. So I get 1, 2, 3 out. I would still get 1 stone, which is not great. Ooh, I could get this one here. That's pretty nice. It's a structure. That's an income. I gain 1 victory point for every red that I have. So that's 2 victory points. That's pretty nice. So maybe I'll go... Oh, but in order for me to get back to this island, I would have to use both of these bridges. Shoot. Hate that. Can't do that. I could go 1, 2, 3. Or I could go 1, 1, 2, 3. But then I would only be able to go there. This is the puzzle of the game, is trying to figure out where to use your paws. I think my best bet is to go 1, 2, 3. Because then for my next turn, I can go 1 to here or 1 to here. So I think that would be the best. So we're going to use my 3. We're going to use 1, 2, 3 paws. I'm going to go across this bridge, across this bridge, and then across to this bridge. Okay. I'm going to gain 1 of these 2, which actually I might take this one. This will get me, I do have 5 paws out. I get 1 flower token for every 5 paws that I have out. So I get 1 flower token. I'll grab this. That's not my board. And I'm going to place it here on the purple track. So that's what that token is for. And then this here, I have to spend 5 money. And then I get 1 wood for every 3 that I have out. Unfortunately, I only have 1 set of 3. So I'm going to get 1. I'm going to get 1 wood. I'm going to get 1 wood. Oh my goodness. Carissa, thank you so much. What the heck? You are so kind. Oh my goodness. Carissa sent 10 Board Game Garden gifted memberships. Woo! Everyone in chat, thank Carissa so much. That is so kind. Stacy got 1. Damaged Potential got 1. Hogan got 1. Daily Rich got 1. God King Slayer got 1. Redam got 1. Texie. Chris Miller. The Miss Brandy. And M. I'm just going to say M. M got 1. I'm awful at reading chat usernames, so apologies. But thank you so much, Carissa. I appreciate that very much. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. All right, so then this gets tucked here. I now have 2 bears, which is great. There we go. So we now have 3 more kind of income that we're going to be able to do. That's very fun. All right, that is everything for me. I will say I only have 5 money left, which is not great, actually. I just realized I'm not going to have much money. I'm definitely going to have to use my income to cash in some of this, or all of it, actually, to get money. Hype, heck yeah, Jacob. How's everything going? We get a win yet? Pariah, hello. Paria. Ryan, hopefully you're doing well. We have not got a win yet, and I'm not sure I'm going to win, but we will see. This is my first time playing Kingdom Crossing solo, and I don't know how tough the AI is, so we will see. Hello. This game looks so cute. It is very cute. You're playing as beavers, which I just love, and you're going across bridges, and it's great. I freaking love this game. Fun fact, I do think this game is most likely going to be in like my top, definitely my top 50, if not like my top 30, just because I've been loving it so much. It's a great game. All right, so it is now the AI's turn. They've had 2 turns so far. I have 3, so this is their 3rd turn. They're going to take the leftmost green card. So they're going to take another purple card. Holy crap, that's crazy. They're going to go up 1 space. They moved past this double flower, so they are going to gain this tile here. And then again, this is going to get tucked. They are definitely taking a purple strat. This is crazy. Ooh, that's great. Yeah. All right, and then they're going to take the rightmost red card. Thank goodness, because I think I'm going to get this one on my turn. It is the deer icon, which again, they are going to put up their least resource that they have, which is going to be this food. That's going to immediately gain them the beaver statue icon there. And then this is going to be tucked there. All right. So that's their turn. It is now back to me. I think... Do I want 2 money or do I want 1 victory point? I think I'm going to take the 1 victory point because the card that I want, I have enough money for. It's 5 money and I have 5 money, so we're good. And then I am going to, at the beginning of the next round, most likely bump this up once and then move it down. So I'm going to have another 25. And I think that's a pretty good amount of money. So I'm going to move once, one paw and one victory point. I'm going to take one paw. That immediately gets me another 1, 2, 3 victory points because this is my sixth paw. Sixth paw. We're going to go across this bridge to this island here, which I do have a house here, so that's awesome. And then I'm going to take this card here. So this is a structure. I immediately gain this here, which is 1 sap. So I'm going to move that up. That's going to be another bird for me. And then this is an income that I'm going to slide into the bottom because it's a structure. I'm going to have to spend 5 money. And it is gain 1 victory point for every red card that you have, which it has a little lightning bolt here because you immediately get it when you get the card, and it becomes income as well. So I gain 1 victory point for every red. I have 2 reds, so I gain 2 victory points. And we will tuck that, see? Tuck that at the bottom. All right, that is everything for me. Let me quickly check to see if I have any of these objectives. I need 2 more sap, and I will have this objective. I could move my token down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. But I feel like I need money too much, so I'm not going to do that yet. I need 7 birds. I have 5, so I'm pretty close to doing this. I need to get my 3rd house out to do this. 4 of those, 2 of those. I have 1 of those so far. Not even close to this. Okay. We're good. I have no objectives. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're going to go on to the AI's last turn. Absolutely, I'm just happy that I made a live stream finally. Oh, that makes me so happy. I'm so glad that you're here. And again, I appreciate the support so much. It's very, very nice of you. All right, so their first tile is a rest. Thank God. And then their second tile is they're going to take the leftmost yellow, which is this guy here. It is, again, another structure, which they don't do anything. It just slides underneath. And like I said, whatever their lowest resource is, that's going to determine the multiplier for their structures. The same as me as well. So they have 4 structures currently, as opposed to my 2 structures, so that's not great. All right, so that is everything for the second round. That's crazy. Absolutely wild. What do I need to do now? First thing that we're going to do, I'm going to take back all my paws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm also going to gain an income, whatever income that I would like. So I can choose any of the 3 that I have here of the doubles, or I could choose one of my structures. I don't know what I want to do, to be honest. And this is only because I ended with my beaver on the same island as my house. So, just happens that I was able to do that. I wasn't even thinking about it. Do I want to upgrade a tile? Because I could do that with this income. I could trigger one of my structures, which I can just trigger one of my structures anyways. And then this one here gets me an income. So I will say if I do trigger an income, during the morning phase, I'm going to be triggering everything again. So then I will have another 2 income. So then I could move up one more time and then drop all the way to the bottom and gain 30 money. And then I'll have the last 2 rounds to get back up as much as possible. I think that might be a good idea. Or I could take this opportunity to upgrade an extra tile because this is one of my objectives. For every tile that I have upgraded, I gain 2 victory points. So maybe I do that. For my knight income, I'm going to upgrade a tile. And which one do I want to upgrade? Ooh, this would be nice, actually. I'm going to upgrade this one. Whenever you use this tile, you also gain an income bump, which is nice. If you upgrade the queen card one, you get double the queen card bonus. This one here with the 1 victory point turns into 3 victory points. This 3 paw turns into 3 paw. And if you gain a bird token, you gain double what's on the bird token. This one here where you pay 4 to gain any 1 resource changes to paying 2 to gain any 1 resource. And then this one here is the 1 paw and the 2 money turns into 1 paw and 4 money. Okay, so I am good with that. I'm going to upgrade this one here so that whenever I use that tile, I gain an income bump, which would be very helpful. All these move over. And I believe that is everything. Paco and Paca don't get anything, so we're going to move on to the next round. We are going to do income. Like I said, I gain 1 income bump here. I can trigger one of my 2 structures. Do I want to trigger this again? Yeah, I'm going to trigger it again. With this, I'm going to gain 1 upgrade. I think I might do this one here, which is the 1 paw and paying 4 money to gain 1 resource. I'm going to upgrade it to the 1 paw and spend 2 money. So that's for that. And then we get to go down and trigger all of our structures. So I am going to move this all the way down to the bottom and gain 30 money. Okay. And then I gain 1 victory point for every red card that I have. So I gain 2 victory points. So that is everything for income. AI doesn't gain any income. We are going to shuffle their tokens or their tiles. Oh my gosh, I put those the wrong way. Hello, hello. Finding you live seems good payoff to not being able to sleep. Aw. Meeple Pete, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I'm assuming based off of your username, you also play board games. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? And such a tough game, but the balloon to the rescue. Yeah. I honestly don't use the balloon that often. Like in all of the games of this that I've played, I've never really used the balloon too much. I feel like I try to avoid it, but I feel like it would be really helpful. Like if you have the money for it and you're able to use it in like a really good way, then I definitely think it's worth it. All right, so then we are going to discard any remaining bird tokens that were left over from that round. I don't think there are any else, so we are going to add new bird tokens, a 4 and a 3. Nothing gets added there. Boom, boom, boom. This one gets taken away. These ones get added. Here. Oh, nice. Both of these get added. And then here, 1, 2, 3. Both of these get discarded. 1 gets added. Okay. So I will say that. Oh, also queen arrives. That gets flipped over. What was I going to say? I am first player again. The AI is 2 cards off from getting their second house out and also getting one of these objectives. I will say that I don't love any of these objectives, to be honest with you. You can decide to take off the top of one of these 3 piles, which I might actually end up doing. We'll see. I do need only 2 more birds, so I'm going to maybe try to pick up 2 more birds this round, considering that there's a decent amount of these tokens out. Okay, so I would love to gain another fox, but there's not really a ton of great cards that have foxes. There's this one over here, which I will say, I think I said that I needed, yeah, I need 2 more of the sap to get this objective. So maybe I want to go and grab that. But again, not great, because I would only get 1. So maybe I like go to one spot, gain some stuff, and then go there after? Maybe. My current issue is the fact that there's not very many good spots that have the bird tokens. So I could get back to this spot by going 1, 2, 3. And then here I could gain a resource for every house that I have out. That's pretty nice, because I have 2 houses out, so I'd gain 2 resources of my choice. Plus I'd gain 3 coins for that. I think I'm going to do that. We'll do 3 paws. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. We're just going to go in a freaking circle back to where I started. And then I'm going to take this one here. I could also take this one, which this would get me a bump here for 3 money, and then I would gain 1 stone. I don't really like that. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to stick with my initial thing that I was going to do. So first up, we get 1 coin for every paw that we have out. We have 3 paws out, so we're going to gain 1, 2, 3 money. That's going to be my 6th bird token. I need 1 more. And then I have to spend 6 money. And then I gain 1 resource per house that I have out. And I believe that they don't have to be different. So I could get 2 of the same. And I think I might do that. I'm going to gain 1, 2 sap. Because now I have 4 wood and 5 sap, and that gets me my first objective. So now I have 2 foxes, which is great. And then, like I said, I do have this objective. 3 wood, 5 sap. I'm immediately going to get that. First, you check to see if the AI has it. The AI does not have it. They have 2 wood and 2 sap so far. So I'm going to place this here. I immediately gain the victory points. So I gain 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. And then that is my turn. Heck to the yeah. Hi everyone, hope all is well. Finally catching a live stream. Heck to the yes. Kelly, welcome to the stream. How are you? Oh my god, this looks so cozy. It is honestly like one of the coziest games. It's nice because it's cozy, but it still offers a lot of like strategy and stuff. So if you're looking for, because like I feel like often cozy games are associated with like smaller, easy to get to the table cozy games, whereas like sometimes you want a cozy game but still a like bigger game with a lot of strategy. this Kingdom Crossing, I would say, is that. Where it's like, it's cozy, it's relaxing, but it still offers a lot of that like strategy, which I love in games. So yes, that is everything for me. We are going to move on to the AI's turn. They're going to flip over. First tile, they're going to take the rightmost red card. So they're going to take this one. They're immediately going to gain 1 wood. They have passed over another one of these singular flower tokens or tile spots. This is going to get tucked. They are now 1 off from getting their second house out, which is fine. Like I'm fine with them taking that. And then their second is the leftmost blue card. They're going to take this one. That's okay. Which means they are, unfortunately, going to get their third house out. This is going to move them up 1 space on the red track. This is going to slide in there. All right, so now they have another full set of all 5 cards, which means they are going to put out their third house. Again, it doesn't matter where they place their house. You're just told to place it somewhere. And so that means that at the end of this turn that they just did, they got both of their houses out, which means they are going to get one of these objectives. They always just take the topmost objective, so they are going to take this owl one here, which is fine. I don't really care that they took that one. Like, I do have 2 owl cards, but it's not a huge deal. And then another new one is going to be flipped. All right, 1 victory point for each mushroom you have at the end of the game. That's okay. I have quite a few board games, but the only ones I have that have meeples in them are Ticket to Ride Germany and Jurassic Park Danger. What is Jurassic Park Danger? That sounds very interesting. But that's pretty crazy that those are the only 2 games that you have that have meeples. I feel like so many games have meeples. I always try to, and yes, I do play games. Board games, they're so much fun. Heck yeah. Well done. Thank you so much. All right. So the AI did also get, or do I even worry about that? I guess like I know that they got that objective, so I am going to give them their 3 house objective. So they gain 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. Boom. They're on the board, people. It is back to me, which I think, so in order for me to get another objective, I need to get my house out. I also, if I'm able to get my house out and, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. The only way for me to get my second house out right now is if I get a deer card, and there is not a singular deer card out right now. So that kind of sucks. That's fine. I would love to get my 7th bird. So I need to get to a card that has one of these bird tokens. I think there's only 3 on the board right now. 1, 2, 3. If I do that, I'll gain that. I would love to get up on this track more, because that means that I'll be able to move down 4 to gain that objective. I don't know if I want to do that objective, to be honest with you. That one seems not great, but we still have another full round after this, so I have a lot of time to get my income up, even if I give up 4 of them. Okay. All right. Get your shit together, Jenna. What are we doing? I am needing some of these things here. So I would love to get down to this spot. Get this card. That would be nice. In order to get down to this spot, I'm going to have to use 2. Okay. So actually, I'm going to use my upgraded tile here, which uses 2 paws. I'm going to move from here through this and through here. 2 paws. I immediately gain 1 bump on the income track because this tile is upgraded. And then I am going to get this, which is 7 money minus how many paws you have out. So unfortunately, I have 5 paws out, so I'm only going to gain 2 money for this. But I mainly wanted this because it's a bird token to get me my 7th bird token. And then I am going to take this card here. It's going to cost me 10 money. And this is, I gain 1 beaver statue icon per 3 that I have out. Unfortunately, I only have 5 out. So I'm only going to gain 1 beaver token. I am going to place that beaver token here. And then this is going to get tucked behind here. All right, done. That is everything for my turn. Back to the AI. My household treated ourselves to a copy of it as a joint Christmas present. Ooh. The characters players can pick from in Jurassic Park are all characters from the original 1993 Jurassic Park film. Ugh. That was the year that I was born, but I absolutely love the original Jurassic Park. I'm like so honored to have been born on the same year that that movie came out because it's so good. All right, so the AI is going to take this card here along with this bird token. They have 5 bird tokens, so we are good so far for the... Oh, actually, before I do that, at the end of my turn, I do have 7 bird tokens, so I am able to achieve this here, which gives me 3 victory points. Okay, back to the AI's turn. They are going to gain this blue card and 1 blue resource, which gives them a single beaver tile. Place that there. Original is the best. Yep, I agree. All right. That is their first. They got that card. And then their second is the rightmost yellow card. No. The only deer card is right here. Dang it. They are going to get that deer card. Again, when they get a deer card, that means that they are going to move their lowest track, which currently their wood, sap, and food are at the same place. So their wood is going to go up 1. No, I'm so sad they took that. Now again, there's no deer cards. Ugh. Okay. I think I'm going to use the queen. I'm going to take the queen card. Surprise, Jenna's taking the queen card. She's going to be first player again next round. I am going to gain 2 income bumps. Fantastic. And then we're going to tuck 3rd bear card there. All right. Amazing. I believe that is everything for me. I don't have any of the objectives. I can't move this down 4. I can only move down 3, so I can't do that objective yet. I don't have my 3 houses out yet because there's no deer card. So it is back to the AI for their 3rd turn. They're going to get leftmost green card. So they're going to move up 1 on the red track. And they're going to tuck this red card. And then their second tile is a rest tile, so they don't do anything. I wanted to use it on my last turn, but I was short 1 coin. What were you short 1 coin doing, Stacy? Oh, was it the objective where you like move 1 down? Take a drink, everyone. Oh my god, I thought my water bottle was gonna fall over. Hello, Mike. How's it going? Hello, this is not Ahoy. Okay, so it is back to me for my final turn of this round, and then we're moving into the last round, which is crazy. And I don't even have any objectives yet. Oh, God. Oh my God, there's a deer. There's a deer. There is a freaking deer. For 8 money. It would get me 3 wood. Not great, to be honest with you. Not great. But it would be really nice. And I can use 1 to get there. Yeah, I can only use 1 to get there. I will get my final house out, which means I can place it where I am. So I'll be able to get my evening income. I don't really need 3 wood, but I guess next round we're going to have to work really hard to get more of these icons. I will say that's the one thing that I struggle with in this game is gaining these like flower and beaver tiles, which is like a really important part of the game because that's your multiplier. So really not great at that part of the game, but it's fine. All right, so I am going to do this tile here, which is going to allow me to spend 2 money to gain any 1 resource, which honestly I don't really know. I guess I'll move my food up 1, and then I get to use 1 paw, which immediately allows me to get 1, 2, 3 victory points. I'm going to go over this bridge to here. This will gain me this for 8 money. So will get me my second deer card. And that does allow me to place out my final house. That gets me an objective, which I think I'm going to gain the 2 per bear objective. Okay, and then a new one is going to come out. Ooh, 1 per sap. My sap's at 5. That'd be pretty nice. All right, so that is... Oh, no, the AI still has 1 more turn. Did I not give him the red resource? No, I think we're good. Because I believe they started with 1. And then they gain 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're good. And then, okay. First one here is yellow, leftmost yellow. So they're going to gain another structure. Great. They don't get anything for that structure. But that's going to go there. And then second is a rest. Thank goodness. We love to see it. All right. That is everything for that round. We're going to move into night or evening. I ended in the same spot as my house, so I do gain 1 thing, 1 income. There we go. Good job, Jenna. I think I am going to... Oh, this is so hard. I'm going to do one bump on income. Because then I am going to be able to give up the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in order to get that objective. I'm not going to gain the money for it, but that's okay, I guess. Okay, so that was my income. For this evening, we also are going to take back our paws. Put those back in here. All of our tiles move back, making sure that any of the ones that you upgraded are not flipped over. Okay. And then what else? What else do I do during this phase? Move them back, get my paws back. Everyone has the opportunity to achieve any of these. The AI cannot achieve this one. Oh, actually, I got my 3rd house out, which means I gain 1 victory point for that. So I go boom. And then I'm going to give up 1, 2, 3, 4 to give or do this objective here. So I get 7 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for that. And I also achieved the 2 in this row, 2 in this row. So that means I gained 2 objectives. Oh, love this. The AI does not have that yet. Can't do that yet. Does not have that yet. Okay. What 2 objectives do I want? I think I am going to gain 1 victory point for every sap. And then we'll see which one. 3 victory points for every house. I'm getting that one too. Heck yeah. Okay. We love to see it. All good. You're totally fine. I think it's Telenki? No, Telenkel? Telenkel? Tal-enkel. Let me know if I'm saying your username right. Apologies if I'm not. I love games that give you things, lots and lots of things. Same, Stacy. Same. Okay. That is everything. We're going to move on to morning of the last round of the game. I feel like this game has a good amount of time. We're moving on to the last round. I've been playing for I'd probably say I didn't start playing this until 7:30. So we've only been playing for an hour and a half, which I feel like is a decent amount. Obviously, it wouldn't take me this long if I wasn't talking to chat and talking through everything. If I was just playing this on my own, then it definitely wouldn't take as long. So it's definitely a game that doesn't overstay its welcome, which I really appreciate. But still, again, offers that good depth of strategy. So, all right. Reshuffled their tiles. I have everything here. I am going to gain all of my income. So we're going to do all of our top income, all of our bottom income. So I have 2 foxes. I gain 2 victory points. 1, 2. I have 2 owls. I gain 1 bump on income. I have 2 bears. I will note that if you have 4 of a card, you gain that income for every 2. So you get that income twice. So if I had 4 bears, I would be able to trigger 2 different structures. Because it's for every 2, you trigger a different structure than you already have. So I only have 3. So unfortunately, I'm only able to trigger this once. And I'm trying to decide if I really want to try to get the victory points here. or if I'm going to be able... Honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford a lot of cards because I only have 9 coins right now, which is not great. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to trigger an income bump for this one here. I'm going to be able to upgrade one of my tiles. I'm going to upgrade the one that gives me money, maybe? Like, just in case I need a little more money, I guess. Okay, that was my upgrade. And then I gain 1 resource of my choice. Let's do the red. This round, I really need to get these tiles, like, badly. And then I get to trigger these here, which I gain 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. And then, dang, I think I'm going to move it up one more time. Because then if I use this tile here, I'll be able to then move it down to the bottom to gain money. Because I honestly need more money. I am feeling very broke at this current time. Hello, Panda Angel. Welcome to the stream. How are you? How is it going, Amanda? Talon, like Talon, my son's name. Oh, okay. But I added a K for my daughter and an L for my name. I didn't realize my username would be used in chats. I'll have to change it soon. You're totally fine. So I'm just going to call you Talon. Or you could let me know what your actual name is. You said it started with an L, so I could just try to remember your actual name. So you're right, it's tricky to pronounce since it's not really a word. It's Talon KL. I can just say Talon KL. Welcome. Okay. So again, I did take the queen, so I am first again this round. Honestly, I don't really care to take her card this round, so I probably won't. Because it doesn't matter if I'm first for the next round. Okay, so I need flower tokens and I need beaver tokens. Yeah. Definitely. I would love to get a double beaver. So this here. So what I can do, is that insane? Would that be crazy to do? Because then I'm pretty much spending all of my money. And then I'm going to be poor for the rest of the game. And then I'm going to have to try to figure out how to get stuff. Oh, it's not going to be good. Because that's going to be 15 money? Are you kidding me? And I don't think there's going to be another way. Oh, one thing that we need to do. We need to take out bird tokens. Boom, boom. That one's gone. This one goes here. Here. 1, 2, 3. That one gets taken away. These get placed. We got yellow ones. That one gets taken. That one goes there. That one goes there. And then these two are the last two. This one gets placed there. This one gets taken away. Okay. So actually what I'm going to do is... Oh my god, this is going to be a good play. Okay. So I'm going to do this one here, which is I'm going to use 2 of my paws. I'm going to go 1, 2. So I use this bridge and this bridge. I am going to take this card, which this is going to get me, I'm going to bump up once. And then this bird token allows me to trigger one of my structures, I'm going to trigger the one that gives me the income. So I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to gain 15 money. 15 money. Oh gosh. This is going to give me one. I have to spend 5 money. Gets me one of the flower tokens that I'm going to place here. And then this is going to get tucked here. Okay. That is my first action. That is everything. Thank you. Laura. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining, Laura. And thank you for letting me know what your name is. Okay. So now it's the AI's turn. We're going to see what they do. They take the middle yellow. So they're going to take this one. They're going to move up 1 space on the wood track. And then this is going to get tucked here. All right. And then their second is they are going to take the queen card. They're going to get that coordinating resource again. And they're going to tuck that with the red cards. And that is everything for them. It is back to me. I will say if I can get, I could come down here and get this one. I feel like that is pretty freaking good. And I can afford it, thank God. But if I do this, I'm only going to have 4 money left, which is not great. But again, I always forget that you can just take one of the tiles and bring it over to have, or like get the money if you're really desperate. But I do think I'm going to use this tile here, which gets me 4 money. So I am going to put 1 back and get a 5. And then I'm going to move 1 paw. Oh, frick. No. If I go here. Oh, thank God. Because of this, they did move the balloon to this spot, which this is going to freaking help me very much. So I am going to move through this bridge here, which this really sucks because as you can see, this is the first situation where I'm stuck. So I've used all 3 of these bridges. I am stuck on this island, and yes, unless I use the balloon, which is going to cost me 3. Thankfully, it's only going to cost me 3 and not 10, because when they flipped over the queen tile, the balloon moves in a clockwise order, so it goes from blue to yellow. Thank God. Thank the absolute Lord above. All right, I'm going to take this card here. I get right away 1 sap for this bird token. This is going to get tucked here. I'm going to get 2 beaver icon, which I do believe that even if it's 2 individual squares like that, I do believe that you can choose to gain the double, whatever it's called. Gain a flower or structure token with 1 symbol on it, 1 or 2 stars, and place it on any corresponding space on your board. Why don't you tell me if it's the 2? I think I'm able to, because it shows the 2 icons, I'm able to get one of the doubles. And I'm going to place that here, which I now have, because of that, which I do need to remember, I need to spend 15 money, which is a lot. But because now I have, oh shoot, I don't have 4 yet. Dang it, I only have 3. I thought I was gonna have the 4 beaver and 2 flower, but I'm 1 away. 1 away. That's so upsetting. I hate that. Balloon to the rescue. Yes, thank goodness. All right. So that is everything for me. I have 8 money left. Not great. I'm only going to have 5 because I'm going to have to use the freaking balloon to get me somewhere. And that is really not great at all. Oh, I hate that. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do really anything on my next turn. I might actually have to take a turn to use one of these tiles in order to get money for my next turn or my last turn. Dang it. That makes me so sad. And I don't think I'm going to be able to really gain too much more stuff. Okay, anyways, it is now the AI's turn. They are going to gain middle red card. They're going to take this one here. This is a structure, so nothing happens. That just gets added to their line down here. And then for their second action this turn, they're going to take the rightmost green card. And this is, that's actually their 7th bird. But they also gain 1 wood. They gain a double beaver. And then this gets tucked here. Okay, that is their second turn. Like I said, they do have the 2 birds. So that's going to go here. They are going to gain 1 victory point for that. And they now have both on either side here. So they're going to gain the topmost objective. A new one's going to come out. Do they have this yet? They don't have that. I believe they do have this actually. So they are going to get this before me. So they're going to get 1, 2, 3 victory points for that. They don't have this one yet. Okay, I think we're good. Now back to me. I would love to get this card here, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Do I just take a rest now? Is there any cards here that I really want? This one is pretty nice. I would really love if the AI didn't take that one, but they might. I do need... more stone. I don't freaking know, man. I would love to get this card, but that's too expensive. I'm not going to have enough money for it. Unless I might just take a, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a rest action. So I'm going to use this tile here just to get the money on the side, which is 8 money. Okay. I think that's really what I want to do, I guess. It's not great, but it's fine. The AI is going to take... Well, good thing I didn't really try to go for this card. The AI is going to take this card that I was talking about maybe wanting. This is going to get them 1 stone. And this is going to get tucked here. They're going to get so many points for their owl cards. Holy crap. And then their second card is the rightmost blue card. So they're going to take this. And they're going to get 1 step on sap. And then they're going to tuck this one. Okay. So that's everything for their third turn. It is now on to our last turns. Which... Oh my gosh, this is so hard. Like, I don't really want to end in this area because none of my houses are there. And it'd be really nice to be able to get one more night action or like income. Like, really, that's just going to get me one more resource. And I actually don't think that's really going to get me much. So I am going to pay 3 money. I'm going to pay 3 money to have the balloon take me somewhere. I don't quite know where I want it to take me. Oh, I could use this to get the resource that I want. Okay. So I'm going to get the balloon to take me here. Thank you so much, balloon. I'm going to use this tile. This tile is going to allow me to spend 2 money to gain one of my resource of choice. I will gain 1 stone. And then I get to move once. So I'm going to move over this bridge to here. I will gain this card. It's going to cost me 10 money, but I gain 2 flowers. So I am going to gain this double flower icon here. And then this is going to be tucked here. The only unfortunate thing is deer cards don't get you a multiplier for anything, but it's fine. So that is my fourth turn. I'm not sure if I'm going to win this or not, guys. Okay, let me check. I didn't get any of the other objectives. This one I was 1 beaver head icon away from it, but it's fine. This one here, I would have needed 1 more stone and 3 more mushrooms, so that one's also not going to get me anything. But I think that's fine. Okay. That is my turn. So we're moving on to AI's last turn. They're going to take the leftmost blue card. Oh, good thing I got that card before they took it. This here is going to allow them to move up their lowest. So that's going to be their blue, their sap, and then this gets tucked. And then for their second card or second tile, please be a rest. It's not a rest. They're going to take the rightmost yellow card. So it's this one here. That's going to get them another wood. And they're going to tuck that card here. Okay, safe to say the AI definitely gets a lot more cards than you do. But that is everything for the game. Let me check to make sure the AI doesn't have any other objectives. Do they have 3 wood and 5? They certainly do. They're going to gain this objective. That gets them 1 victory point. They can't get this one. Do they have 5 stone, 7 mushroom? They have 5 stone and 5 mushrooms, so they don't have this one. But they did get the other ones. I got all of my objectives. I didn't get those last 2. Didn't get out my pause. I did not end on an island with one of my houses, unfortunately, so I don't gain 1 income during this phase. So then I think we can just move into endgame scoring, because we don't do any sort of like income or anything like that, sadly. But we are going to move into endgame scoring. So, I believe I score the same way that I typically do in a multiplayer game. So So I have all of these different things here. At the end of the game, you do spend any of your money to go up this track here. It's for every 5 money, you get to do a bump up on this track. That way you can spend any leftover money to get to these like victory point spots. I am not getting there because I have 1 money left. So that is the only thing there. And then we're going to go through and score stuff. So I'm going to score mine first. Oh no. No one look. I am not crumpling up my my rule book. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, let me do my score here. Let's see. So first thing you'll do is any on this track here, which I have not gotten any. Second thing that you will do is guide cards. So you are going to do the multiplication, we'll do our structures, and then we'll do our favors, which are these objectives on the side here. So multiplication. So for my wood track, I really wish I got some more freaking wood and stone, man. Dang it. I really suck at this game. I've played it a few times and I'm still not getting any better at this multiplication. Okay. It's just really hard to balance the stars that you put on each of the tracks and how much you go up on the resources, and then also balancing that with how many of each card color you've gotten. So unfortunately I was only able to pass 1 star on the yellow track. So that means each of my fox cards are worth 1 victory point. So that is 3 for my fox cards, plus my stone track. I was able to get past 2. I was 1 off from getting past 3. But I did pass 2, so each of my owl cards are worth 2. So that is 4 victory points for my owl cards. For my sap, I will say this one I did pretty good. For my sap, I passed 3 stars. I have 4, so that is 12. 12 for my bears. I have 3 boars. Sadly, I was only able to cross 1 star, so that is 3 victory points for my boars. And then your deer do not score for any track. They don't have a corresponding track. But then you look at wherever your lowest resource is. My lowest resource is my wood, and that is in the 3 victory point spot. So then that means that each of my structures are 3 victory points each. So that is 6 victory points for my structures. And then we can go through and do my objectives. So I gain 2 victory points for every upgraded tile. I have 3 upgraded tiles, so I have 6 for that objective. 2 victory points for every bear. So I have 4, so that is 8 victory points, plus 1 victory point for sap. I have 6, so that is 6 victory points for that, plus 3 victory points for every house that I have out. I got all 3 of my houses out, so that is 9. That is everything for my score. Oh my god. I am going to lose this game. Well, actually, plus, okay, thank God. I was a little bit worried for a second there. It's also plus wherever you are on the victory point track, which I totally forgot. I was at 34. So I have 57 for all of that stuff that we just did, plus wherever I am on the track, 34. Okay. Oh my gosh. That makes me feel better. I got a score of 91. I am going to grab... So that means I passed the 50. So 49, 50, plus another 41. So I am at 91. I should remember to bring my water bottle down more often. It's so great to be hydrated, isn't it? All right. So that is everything for my score. I have a total of 91. Let's see if I got beat by the AI. So Paco and Paca score. So they have VP that they gained throughout the round. So they're at 8 victory points. So they got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's just any victory points that they gained for objectives. So they have 8 victory points. Plus, they do not gain anything for the investment track. Guild cards for each guild. Paco and Paca score victory points as you would. So we're going to go through and they are going to get victory points for that. They're also going to gain structures the same as us. And then for each favor of the queen, Paco and Paca have, they score 2 victory points for each rest tile chosen during setup. So I guess the victory points that they get for these objectives is different depending on the difficulty. So because I chose intermediate, each of these are going to be worth 4 victory points. Because I have 2 rest tokens in this pile, and they get 2 victory points for each rest tile for each of these. So they have 4, 8, 12 victory points for their objectives. Okay. So let's do the math here. So for their wood, they have passed 2 stars. They have 5 of these. So they have 10 victory points for their, whatever these are called. Let me actually zoom you guys in so you can see this better. They have 10 victory points for their wolves. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 owls times, they've passed 1, 2, 3. 6 times 3, 18. 18 victory points for their owls. Plus, they have passed 3 with their sap for their 4 bears. So another 12 for their bears. They have 4. They passed 2 stars. So 4 times 2, that's another 8 for their boars. Plus, their lowest is at 3, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3, again, they have 18 for their structures. Boom, boom, and then like I said, they have 4, 8, 12 for their objectives. Boom, 78. Plus they are at 8. 86. Oh, wow. Holy. So I actually just barely beat them. They have a total of 86 and I had a total of 91. Oh, I did not think it was going to be that close. But holy. That actually makes me feel really good because sometimes I finish a solo game and I lose to the AI, and obviously that doesn't feel very good. But then at other times I win against the AI and I win against them by a lot of victory points. So it makes me feel like maybe the solo mode is too easy. But this makes me feel like it was at a really good level. I was playing on intermediate. And I beat them by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 victory points. I feel like that's good. And I think that based off of the amount of times that I've played this game, this is probably the 5th time that I've played this game. I feel like being on intermediate is probably a good place to be. And then maybe once I've played this 5 or 6 times solo, I can then move to maybe doing advance, which really the advanced mode doesn't really change too much more. It's simply just we take away one of these rest tokens. So that might change things a little bit because it'd obviously make them collect even more of these cards and take away cards that maybe you would want. So yeah, whoa, fantastic game. I freaking love this game. Such a good game. And I'm so happy that I finally was able to play it solo because the solo mode is awesome. I feel like it's just a very easy to run solo mode. The AI just like takes cards, does simple actions, and it's very straightforward. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. Yay, Jenna. Thank you so much. Laura, I appreciate it. Good game. Thank you, Stacy. I just joined. This game looks complex at first look. Stony Shell, it is actually not too difficult. There is a little bit of like a multiplier at endgame that's a little bit complicated to wrap your head around at first, but once you've played the game a few times, it becomes really easy. So yeah, it's such a fantastic game and such a fun puzzle of moving your beavers around on the board and collecting the different cards and then trying to get the certain things to then build up to those objectives, your personal objectives, the multipliers, like I already said. Oh, such a good puzzle. Lovely to see you again. Take care. Thank you so much for hanging out, Texie. I appreciate it. Good game, and thanks for streaming it for us to see. You're welcome, Belle. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's nothing like Bunny Kingdom. No, nothing like Bunny Kingdom at all. I actually quite enjoy Bunny Kingdom. I've played it quite a few times on BGA. Such a fun game. I actually quite like it. Great game, Jenna. Thanks for doing what you do. You're great, and more people should engage with your content. Thank you so much, Carissa. That means the world to me. I really appreciate that. I'll watch from the beginning. Thanks. You're welcome, Stony. Hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully it gives you a good feel if it's something that you would enjoy. Definitely would recommend. It's quite a enjoyable game. But yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Hopefully you have a good rest of your night. Score sheet took me back to school. So much multiplication. Yeah, this game has a lot of like multipliers to it. But it's a lot of fun. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, friends. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed. I will see you in a video later this week. This will probably be my only stream for a while, I'll have to admit. Next week on Tuesday morning, I'm actually leaving for a trip to Edmonton for a week to visit some friends and hang out with some friends. So I will be bringing you guys along for that. I will be vlogging that whole thing. I'm going to a convention called GameCon in Edmonton, if anyone else is going to that. GameCon Canada. And I'm going to be hanging out with my friends Tyler and Ilya from Kavre, as well as my friend Natalie, Board Gamer Girl in chat, if you guys ever see her. She also makes YouTube videos and posts over on Instagram. So yeah, we're going to have a week of gaming and fun. It's going to be a good time. We might be able to film some content get together. We will see. But yeah. Are you seeing Tyler and Ilya again? I am, Spades. I am actually going and visiting them for a week. I'm going to be living in their house, and it's going to be a good time. We're going to be playing games, and like I said, just hanging out, going to GameCon Canada, and it's going to be a fun time. And like I said, I will be filming it. So I'll be doing a little vlog of my trip. Pet all the pets for me and have a blast. Thank you so much, Spades. I will definitely be petting Beasley and Kaya? Is their dog's named Kaya? And I forget their cat's name. Luffy? Oh my goodness. I am not good at remembering their pets' names. Ooh, tell Ilya you brought Cards Against Humanity to play with him. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Alright, well anyways, friends, I'm gonna head off. I am gonna go and just chill for the rest of the night. I have been filming all day and doing this stream, and I am freaking tired. So, hopefully, you guys have a good night. And I will see you in a video a little bit later this week, and then in probably some videos over the next week, if I can get some videos pre-filmed. We will see. But have a good night, and I will see you guys a little bit later. Bye!